Hey, coaches, welcome to today's Football Scoop 10-minute clinic challenge. Taking on today's quick clinic format is West Liberty University quarterbacks coach Chris Riley, who's going to share how they attack the secondary with their vertical passing game. So, Coach Riley, you know the deal, man. You keep it under 10 minutes, you get the dub. If you go over, you got to take the L. So, with that, the floor is yours, man. Floor is yours. Time starts now.
Hey, Doug, I appreciate you having me on, man. It's a pleasure. So what I'm going to do, as he mentioned, talk about our vertical passing game, how we're attacking teams in the secondary. Okay, so here we got a 7-man box, right? We're calling a purple play action. Purple's our play action. So we're trying to get these backers here to flow to get one-on-one matchups outside on our vertical switch. So you see they go to a one high because they rock the safety down to the tight end, right? So here, what it's about, we're having this tight end, so we're in a 2 tight end set. We call that double. So we're tight end here split in the middle to hold this safety, right? And so we're just switching. We tell tight end coming into the boundary going outside, right? If he turns his hips and he's going outside, slip him inside, getting his inside shoulder, okay? So we do a good job at this. Actually, I like showing this clip because this guy right here is wrong. The reason why he's wrong, he should be on the hash, right, holding this safety. And that's the guy who ultimately makes the tackle. So I like showing this clip because it's a great coaching point to our guys of that, yeah, it's still an effective play, but you're wrong here. We want spacing here. We don't want our guys tight, if that makes sense. So it's all about spacing, and they're playing man here. And so based off watching them on film, we would see when we would do this set into the boundary that they would rock this safety down over our tight end. And we still ended up, getting a nice play out of it. But I like showing this one just because it wasn't ran properly. Okay. So here, this is a good one. We got a 4-2-5 look. So this is actually an RPO look for us. So quarterback's going to read here, right? So backer steps up, right? You see backer step up, quarterback's going to pull. If he, we have inside zone off of it. We call it Raider. So we have vertical out, vertical. Right? So that backer steps up. But you see when that backer steps up as well, this safety steps up. So what that allows to do is allows the tight end to split it, right? Allows the tight end to split the secondary and just, do his thing as an athlete by outrunning. I'm actually going to show the tight copy of this one. That way, coaches can see how we really are looking at the read here, which is number 5 right here. And then you can see it better in the tight, how this, just that little step by number 18, the safety, that little step, right, frees our tight end just right there. All it takes. Gets him out of position. And it's just a one read for the quarterback. We're reading this backer. If he backs up, we're just handing it off. We're inside zone. So we have inside zone off of it. And it's just a quick, simple little pop, quick release out of the quarterback's hand. So here, this is a great one. So here we got a 3x1 set into the field. So the quarterback's read, so this is an RPO as well. But so he's reading, the quarterback's read in 22 right here. But this safety, so outside back or nickel here, but this safety, right? This safety's so focused on him that if 22 comes up on the bubble, right, we got post to run this corner off. We got a little delayed fade for the slot to sit in the window. Okay. But what really makes this play work, this safety here is so focused on our tight end. So we bubble him out, he goes. That opens it up for the other guy, 81. It's nice to be able to have a tight end, to be able to utilize them effectively into the pass game. And that's something we do a tremendous job of because he's so good. So this is a shortened play, but this is just, man coverage into the boundary. So what we would do is whenever they would come up and press their corner, and they did this a couple times on film with their previous opponents when they would line up single side into the boundary in the red zone. And so they would press their corner, and 84, fortunately, is our best receiver. So what we do, we have him do a glance route, get to the back, and then separate, So on his glance, we do ours a 5-step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he gets back to the end zone and gets a little separation. Quarterback does a great job here. Great job of getting the ball where it needs to be. But biggest thing with us when we're attacking, and this isn't as much as a downfield play, but this is still a good play I like to show. We're looking at matchups when we're going into a game plan opponent. What's our best matchup in this situation? Where can we attack? Where's the secondary's weak point? Where are we going to be able to attack the most? Where we're going to be effective of getting the ball downfield? So here, let's call our right slot off formation, right? So into the boundary. This corner, we would see a lot of this. There would be a few teams that would do vertical out here, right? So this corner would sit. Sometimes they would play cover 2. Here they actually play man out of it. But this corner, he's peeking inside, right? So what that allows our receiver to do here, and they cheat their safety a little bit. What that allows, even the corner here focuses on the tight end so much because it looked like that safety was going to break, but initially when they go into man, so the corner here kind of falls asleep actually because we were looking field here, so he's looking safety, but this guy is what we're looking at, but that corner fell asleep, right? So what we were able to do is we were just able to lure that corner this much with just, and then he realizes that our tight end's running vertical, but he already gets a late start, and our receiver already has full momentum of getting vertical downfield on the numbers. And that time, once that happens, it's too late for the corner to recover. Okay, this is our doubles tied over set. So here they're playing a one high, right? This is their nickel, which was for this particular opponent, their weakest defensive back in the coverage wise. And so we put our best receiver in this type. So they would play this. They would do one high, doubles tied over into the boundary, but we would do vert switch over here to hold this safety, right? The reason why we would do that, because this safety has to account for the tight end switch, and so inside out, outside in. So with this being their weakest defender and our best receiver, putting him in the slot, which we didn't do too often with him particularly, okay? But the reason why we do the vert switch combo into the boundary coming off of it, see, you already see this safety. He peeked over here a little bit. Well, by that time, quarterback knew that he had the matchup he wanted with the inside vertical, and actually wasn't the greatest ball. It was a little bit behind our receiver. But I told Zach here, hey, look off middle safety. Once you look him off, right, then go to the inside vertical with 84. So here, this is come back. This is actually from the previous drive. This is the first play. We do it 2 drives in a row. First plays of each drive. So this is how properly ran now. This is how it's supposed to look. So our vert switch, right? Same thing. They roll the safety down, one high, But now we have our spacing we want. He's on the hash, right? And now our tight end's outside. And we got the matchup we wanted. Now I think he should have actually here kept running and stiff-armed him right here instead of trying to get out of where he needs to be. So that just shows you how important on the vert switch, how important it is for our guy on the hash to get that corner and man to get out of there. That way it opens up for our tight end. Our tight end one-on-one on a safety, and we'll take that any day downfield, okay? Any day we trust our tight end's going to make a play. You know, and that's just a little bit of how we're attacking secondaries. And we are, you know, we do go deep a lot. That's just a little brief explanation of how we attack secondaries based off our vertical passing game.
Yeah, that's great stuff, Chris. Really enjoyed joining us, man.